Hi everyone, Debbie here. Welcome back. I am going to make some tags today, and I thought I'd do a little bit smaller tag. Like sometimes we just want to make a big tag because we do, but I have a ton, absolute ton of 6x6 inch papers. So I was wondering what it would be like to make myself some 3x6 inch tags so that I could utilize the 6x6 inch papers. So I get papers for $1.25 a pack. This is just the Craft brand designer paper, and I get this at Dollarama. So all kinds of papers in all kinds of patterns. Those two aren't open yet, but I've opened a lot of them. So I have a stack of 6x6 inch papers, and all kinds, some of them, these ones here, let me take these out because those two are cut, but there's a whole stack here of papers, and I'm going to be able to find some spring themes in here to do for tags today. Sure, it's almost spring. I'm going to do spring tags. So I also have I have a little tray of ephemera here, but I have a bin, like a huge, big, almost a 4-quart tote or a 8-quart tote. I don't even remember what size it is, but it's big, and it's completely full of all kinds of things like this. Tags are like pre-made little banners on paper clips, and I didn't make these, guys. No, I mean, I made some of these, but I didn't make all of these. A lot of these were just things that got sent to me in Happy Mail. So yeah, we like doing clusters. That one's really cute. I don't even know who I got it from. So I don't know who I got a lot of these from, because a lot of times I'll keep the main piece of art in a binder or whatever the swap was, and then all the extras get tossed into that little tote. Now it's time to use some of it. I'm going to make 3x6 inch tags, and then I am going to use these to decorate them. So let's see how it goes. What I was thinking is, instead of picking my paper and then deciding how to decorate it, what if I grab one of these pretties here? Ooh, that's pretty. I don't even know where I got this, but that's gorgeous. And these tags are going to be big enough for me to use bits like this on. So if you're watching me and you made this and sent it to me, thank you very much, because that's really cute. That's really pretty. I like that. So we have some picked out. So let's take these off of here because they're distracting right now. Then I'm going to go through my papers, and I'm going to see if there's any papers in here. Ooh. Isn't that pretty? There's a really nice zigzag pattern that something solid would look good on. And a floral. This is pretty. That is really pretty. I think it's the yellow on this one that's throwing me off. Isn't that pretty? So I have no idea which one of those I'm going to use there, but I know it'll be one of them. That's really pretty and very vintage looking. So I'm just pulling possibilities out. The yellow's off the table. I looked at this because that's the way the paper was sitting, and I was imagining cutting it in half that way. But what if I cut it in half down the middle and I've got this, and then I've got something like, let me see. not that. Something like that to put on there. So this color combination is just so pretty. It wants to go on everything. So I'm going to take that paper out. Look at this. Isn't this pretty? That would be excellent on something like that. And that would be excellent on something like that. So let's just grab these papers and see what we can do with them. So because I was having such a hard time trying to figure out what to do with this, although I liked it, I think it's adorable. So somebody's just taken multiple scrap papers, stacked them together, and stapled one of these. I think these came from Dollar Tree, to tell you the truth, because I'm pretty sure I got some of those way back when. But I like things just a tad on the inked side. So I'm going to take my ink, and I'm going to very carefully try to just add. Ooh, wrong brush. Debbie, don't do things like that. So I can always bend these papers back up after. So ideally, it would be nice to do this before, but that doesn't mean that I don't appreciate people sending me things like this, because I'm still using it. There, that tones that down just a little bit. I'm actually going to take that little bit right there off because it's torn just a little bit. And rather than have it fall off later, I'll do it now. So that is lovely on this because this teal is like a paler shade of this dark teal. The purple matches the purple really well. So definitely not the same paper pad, but it doesn't matter. It matches. I'm good with it. So what I'm going to do to start this one, I'm going to put some glue on here. And I'm going to put this on here. And I'm going to put it as close to that edge as I can possibly get it and still be covering my card. There. Well, I'm going to cut part of that off anyway. Then I'm going to ink that corner. So then I'm going to flip this back and ink the other, or glue the other end, because I'm getting my ink and my glue words mixed up, guys. Yeah. I should be just crafting and not talking. Okay, I'm going to cut this. And I'm going to trim that corner. And this corner. And now I have this. It kind of can go up here. Or can it go up like this? It can go up like this before I put the, yes, it could go up like this before I put the hole in the top. But I think I want to bring it down a little wee bit to around there. But I'm going to glue this. And I'm going to put my glue on the back of the blue piece, just so that it's a little more secure. I'm just going to put a dot at both of those ends on that one as well. And then I'm going to put it on here like this. Because using up some of this ephemera that I've got sitting in a big box or big bin is one of my goals here. You know what would look really lovely on here would be one of my ladies. I have all of these vintage lady stickers. They're so, so pretty. That one's got pinks, reds, the greens. Oh, go for the blue. See what I got in a blue. That would look good on here. So I've got these all on a ring because it's just so much easier for me to keep them this way and not lose them all. So I've got my blue ones. That's really pretty. I'd like to find something like this, but I don't like the florals that she's wearing, but I love that color. Ew, that color is pretty on there too. I like this lady right here without the other one, although they both do look lovely. I'm going to see if I can doctor this. I should start here because I always want to cut on this side. I'm going to go down this way. You don't have to use every sticker that you've got exactly the way it is. You can always trim them down. It's not that I don't like the white on these stickers. I just think there's too much of the white. I'm going to take the sticky backing off of her, and then I'm going to put her onto, see, she's a washi tape. So I'm going to take this paper, and I'm going to put her onto the back of this paper. I need a clean spot to put her. And then I'm going to cut her out again. So I'll be right back. I actually think I like her better on this side, right on top of that teal colored paper, because it's so pretty and she's so pretty. Again, but I'm going to glue her down now. And if I hadn't have backed her on white, you wouldn't have even been able to see her on this paper because all of this would have just shown through. These girls are washi stickers, so they're fabulous for your planners and your journals. Isn't she pretty? I like her there. I love these. They look like metallic dots. And I think I want to put 3 of them down this side. But then I'm looking at this and I don't like it. So I think I'm going to pop it off and change that stone if I can. Yes, I got that off of there. So I just pried it off. I have this little tool for my nails and I keep it in my craft supplies because it works really well for prying things like that. So just to help this out a little bit, I'm going to put a little dot of glue there. And put that there, like that. And then 1, 2, and then the smallest one, that's going to be hard, 3. So I have 3 of those down that side. And there. I'm just going to use an ordinary dollar store punch to punch out my hole. And I'm going to ink around that edge. And if you've always wanted to have those circles or those little punched holes inked, but couldn't figure out how to do it, this is how I do it. These Q-tips are terribly cheap. Hundreds of them in a bag from the dollar store, but as soon as they get any moisture in them, they just poof right up and start to come apart. So I don't like using them in my bathroom. And there I have it. So I've got the first one done, but it needs a sentiment. So let's bring on Tim Holtz and see if there's anything in here that I like. These aren't Tim Holtz. These are the ones I got from Temu, but every once in a while I do find something in here that I like. This one says Thinking of Earlier Days. Oh, I love that one too. So I'm just going to check through these and see first. I like this. It just says a record of the past. So I always put my little sentiments on there, and then I grab my pen, my Sharpie pen, always, and I always take this, and then I'm just going to do sketch lines. I have to put some glue on this. I forgot this was a Temu one. Very little glue. I don't want much on here. There. Yeah, as soon as I touched that, it started to come off. So that's better. I never stop at the end. I always go over like that. So this one is done, except for I have a little bit of coffee dyed fabric that I think would look lovely on here as a tag. But I think it's too wide. I'm going to clip it and rip it. So I'm going to fold it in half. And I'm going to pop it through. If I can pop it through. I'm going to pop it through. And I'm going to open this up. And put these little tabs through. And I'm going to tighten these. There. I think I'm going to leave these a little bit longer just because I like them that way. And I've got my first one done. So I work on ATCs in sets. I don't do other things in sets. I just do them one at a time. So if you're wondering why I'm not just busy working on everything at the same time, I don't want them to all look the same at the end. So let me put the stuff that I used for the first one away. So that one was green and purple. Let's see if we can do something else this time. I love this color right here. I think it's really pretty. There's not much pattern on this, but it does run this way. So I don't want it to go like that. So I'm going to glue it on like this. And this butterfly and this little bit go here. So this is obviously the right side up. So does this tag want to be cut off like that, or does it want to be rounded because this is rounded? Let me see. That one's too small. I want my bigger corner. I want my bigger corner. Oh yes, it needs to be rounded. It shouldn't be like that. So I think it would look funny if it was cut off like this and then that rounded bit was in there. And this is really pretty just the way it's been made. I didn't make it, remember? But I do appreciate that somebody sent this to me and took the time to do this. And I absolutely love that they inked their edges because I love that style. Not everybody does. Not everybody has the inks. And you craft with the tools and the supplies that you've got. So I'm going to take this. And I am going to glue this piece down. That is this is the top. And the rest hangs down from it. So I'm just going to glue that top on there like that. And I'm going to hold that down until this sticks. Isn't that gorgeous? I mean, this paper looks like it was made for this cluster. Just beautiful on there. I have the green and the pink in this Dylusions set right here. So I'm going to go with this pink and just barely touch those edges with it. I don't want to go in too far. I'm not trying to get this one to be vintagey. I want this one to be a little more spring. The other one had spring colors, but the way things go with me, it's not surprising when things end up being more vintagey than seasonal when I'm done with them. It's just what it is. Another one of the things that's in my little bin here are these butterflies. But these butterflies are actually something that somebody punched out for me. I don't have punches like this either. I love it when people send me things and I just can't do it or I don't have it. Maybe I'll just go up underneath here like this. But I want to put this down this side and I want to put it down here. So I'm going to cut it. I'm going to keep that little piece because I might use that on something else. But I'm going to glue this like that right there. I'm going to try to get all of this glued down so none of it will come off. There. I do go under there. I do want this piece to be, that straight edge to be flat with the bottom. And then I'm just going to pop this down. I like that. I have these stickers in here as well too. Bunches of botanicals. Let me see what I have. I'm just going to do a quick. I'm looking at this, and if I want to put more florals, I want to stay in that same color range and family. And these ones look like, these look a little bit like peonies or carnations. So something like this would work there. Something as simple as this would work down there. The light pink on the dark pink. I think that works. I'm just looking for something for this corner down here. And before I even go there, I have to see if I can tone this pink or this white down by putting some of this pink on here. Because it's still going to contrast. I just don't want white. There's no white except that tiny little bit right there. So that's not going to look good. So I know it was a sticker, but there. I just wanted a little something there because I'm going to put a sentiment down here. I'm going to write, this is, I'm still going on the back of that one. This is going to say hello. Hello, spring. And I'm going to take this. There's spring. And then hello is going to get cut out like this. But I want to back that. I went through that whole stack of paper looking for something that would match this green. And the closest I can come is this right here. So I'm going to which one matches it the best? This one, I think. there. Hello Spring on there like that. So this, I want to make this into a little banner, so I'm going to take that, and then I'm going to cut from the tip up to that point. And the same thing, I'm going to turn this over so I can see to do it better. Up to that point. That makes a perfect little tag. I'm such a fussy. Some days I just throw things together, and other days everything has to be just right. So I want this to say, maybe I want it to say Hello Spring right on here. No, I want the white. I like, whoops, I better put it on there right though. That needs to go down there. And that needs to go up there. So this one's going to be glued. I'm going to put, I'm holding it with tweezers because it's so small. And I'm going to end up with glue all over my fingers. Oops. I'm still going to end up with it all over my desk now. Ugh. Gluing small bits is such a fussy thing. Hello. And then Spring. So let's see if I can do this right. Yes, this is ending up being a little piece all by itself. My green ink matches this one really, really close. And I have peeled paint. So, yeah, that's a really close match. Even the green on green. And then I'm going to take this and I am going to put it on here like this. Because like I said, I just wanted this to be a spring tag. I want to put that at just a little bit of an angle. I don't want everything squared up. There. Just like that. It's just barely touching this, but it has to connect in some way. So I want to add a little something more for spring. So I have these sticker packs that I've got stored like this. And I have all kinds of Temu stickers in here. And I'm looking for... These packs are mixed up, guys, so I'm not exactly sure where they come from. Just that they're from Temu. Or Temu, I guess. So, yeah, I'm going to have a hard time with that. I just recently heard an actual commercial. I was listening to a YouTube video, an audiobook, and there. I've got this fairy. But anyway, I was listening to an audio book and a commercial came on for Temu. That's how they said it, Temu. And I've been calling it Temu ever since the beginning. That's the first time I've actually seen a advertising for it. So these stickers are really, really fine stickers. And they are the PET tape. But I'm not sure that this is going to stay on here. So my sticker is going to go right over this. and that. So I'm going to add a little bit of glue there, and in that butterfly, some just on the top here. And then I'm going to add this, maybe a little more because it's wide. I'll put a little bit on this side as well. And then I'm going to just use the sticker like a sticker to put it down. And I'm going to put it down wherever the sticker is, but I got that clear glue underneath, and that'll actually stick to it a little bit as well and keep that on there. So it's subtle because it's layered on top and you've got texture on texture, but when you're looking at this up close, isn't that adorable? Just adorable. So I love this tag so far. So I have a string of pearls. I'm going to grab my punch and I'm going to punch this. It's easier maybe for me to go on the back because I want this to be nice and centered. And I put it down a ways because I'm planning on doing something just a little bit different. So I need this to be about this long. So I'm going about 4 lengths and I'm going to cut this off right there. And then I'm going to put both of these through here like this. I need both of them to be through there. Has to be cut there. So I've got my 4 ends and I've got this looped through twice. I'm going to put this and this. I got all 4 of them. I've got to go through there. There. So what I'm doing is adding this. I got to pull these back through here. I got to hang on to these because I don't want them to pull through. And I want to pull this at the back, at the bottom, because I want to tighten this up. So I'm trying to pull these down. So I have to try to wiggle the beads through because it's not there. And you have to keep moving these ones around as well. This isn't going to slide out easy because it's not going in here easy. I had to wiggle and wiggle and wiggle this. Just keep wiggling it and pulling it tight. And they're all ending up different lengths because some of them are pulling through better than others. There. So I really like the spray of beads coming down from the top of this instead of having something coming out the top. I just think it's different. I've never done this before. I don't know how often I would do it. This is pretty tricky trying to get these all in here. And now that I've got them in there, I'm actually going to put a little bit of Glossy Accents on this by putting a little drop of Glossy Accents, and Glossy Accents will just fall down in the cracks, go around on there, stick to those really, really well, and then this will end up clear and hard, but these beads can't go anywhere. So I think that that should hold them. I'm just going to give it a little tap to try to get it to run where I want it to. It doesn't run. That's the thing about Glossy Accents. Like, yeah, it doesn't, it has magic properties. There isn't anything else like it. So I know that those aren't going to go anywhere. Or now that I've used the Glossy Accents, I want to do something here. So I'm going to take the Glossy Accents, and I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, but I'm just going to spread enough of it over my Hello. And it doesn't run. Like, I mean, I've got it on the white paper, and it's not, to get it to go to the edge of the white paper, I even have to give it a little nudge. So I'm going to put Glossy Accents over the spring as well. Let's get that off of there, that little wee bit. And that's going to dry clear. And then these are going to look like little glass bits. I mean, that's how shiny it is. I got these pearls up here. So I'm going to go below the tag here, like that. I'm not even getting enough to make it into a pearl. So I got to get this a little bit more coming out. So it looks like whipped peaks coming up there, but it's not. And it will, I hope it will level itself out. I put a little more on this side. And I'm going to take that off of there because that was a little hardened bit that came out of there. And that's probably why I'm having a little bit of trouble here. They say everything's better in threes, and what I wanted to do was put 1, 2, 3 there as well. So I've got 3, 3, and 3, and really hope that they level out, which I don't think they're going to, which is making me sad. Well, I'm really sad about those pearl drops because I just used those and they were fine. Something must be in that nozzle clogging it up. So I'm going to have to fix that before I use them again because it's making it come out goopy. But in the meantime, this has got Glossy Accents on there, so that has to dry. Then I'll come back and I'll show you what that looks like. But I'm going to make one more because I can, and I'm just going to work on this one and speed it up a little bit. And you guys can watch it in double time or triple or whatever I decide to do with it by the time I'm done. I think it's going to work. So I'm going to take this and put it on here. And part of the background does show through, but it just kind of layers it and pushes that background a little bit further back on the parts where it doesn't show. So I'm going to take that. I'm not even gluing this extra piece down because I don't feel like I have to when it's from the washi tape shop. Go around this with a little bit of green, but I'm not going to add any. That washi tape takes that ink really nice. Can I layer more? Can I put this on here, for example, and can I do more with it? Can I layer something like that at the top of it? I think I like everything but the pink paper. So can I just remove? Why can't I? I'm just redoing it. Going vintage again. You can see it happening, can't you? So I like this and I like this. And can I... Can I just make this go as a thing? I like that. I think I need to ink it though because the other one's inked. So let's see what I can do with this. And then it kind of matches the... Oh, that's wrong. Right side up. Then it kind of matches the ink on the bottom a little bit better. Then I could go around the outsides in the darker. I can do that. I think I can. So I think I'm going to leave this together the way I want it. And I think that that's good, that burgundy color. And I am going to put my glue, or the original bit, and then some here and a little down there to try to keep it all on here. And then this is just going to set right down in those flowers there. So it kind of runs all the way down. Now I want to push it that way. I want to push it that way. That's okay. So I've got that glued down a little bit. And let's get some of this string off the butterfly so that you can see it. I definitely have a style. I have a hard time keeping things light and airy. Everything ends up... Yeah, I did really well, I think, for Easter and St. Patrick's Day without, or yeah, not Easter, Valentine's and St. Patrick's Day without gunging stuff up. But I'm going to keep these. So, wanting to have them like this, I mean, that's just me. These will be bookmarks, probably. Now I'm just, because I've gone around my edges like this, and I'm not putting any more on my brush, I'm just going to come to the end of this piece of ephemera, and I'm going to start brushing out. And that's how I get rid of the white. Even that string has all been done, brushed out. It's different. And yes, so I have all that. I do want some words on here. So when we're crafting just with our stash and we're not making anything new, I mean, I just put things, I don't think the same person that made this, and I've used a little bit of this, a little bit of that, what I have. So I saw this on the Tim Holtz Small Talk, and it says, out of limitations comes creativity. I absolutely love that. If we're just crafting with our stash, we have limitations and we're being creative when we use them up. I mean, I like this tag. I really like this tag. And I like things to look like they're really old. And, well, you guys know. I just feel different when I see something that's really, really old. Maybe it's because I'm really, really old. But I've come to learn that I want that separate. And I want this. I want these words to go down the side. There. So, and I want to glue them. So I'm going to need my tweezers. I'm just going to hold the very end of this. I know it's a sticker, but out of Limitations. Out of Limitations comes creativity. There. My Sharpie pen. Like I said, I just get sketchy. I still do this. I've been doing this for years. Every once in a while, you get out some old books that you've stashed away, pieces that you've made. And I've come across stickers or tags, or not stickers, but tags or ATC cards or pockets for a journal or something that I just made and put away. And the ones that I still love the most are the Gunji ones, the ones that are all dirtied up and they just look like they've been in that box. When you pull them out 3, 4, 5 years later, they look like they've been in there for 100 years. And there's something thrilling about discovering something that's really old. And it's the same feeling when I do this, when I find one of these pieces that comes out looking like this. I love them. So if you want to know what your style is, my goodness, it's the things you love the most. So a little piece of fabric on this one. There. So I have this, and I'm not going to put it through and loop it. It's too big for that. I'm going to put it through like that. So I'm going to leave them up like that. And I need a little piece of string because I'm going to tie it. But it can't be this white string. Of course, it can't be. I'm just making it dirty. I want it to look like it's been walked on. I'm just going to grab this and wrap it around there. And then I'm going to go to the back. And I'm going to tie it with a double knot. Like that. And like that. And I don't want that to come undone. and a little bit of glue. Just a little bit of glue. Will be just tacky enough to keep that from sliding anywhere. So I have that one done. So I might sit here and craft for who knows how much longer, but I'm not going to keep you guys while I do it all. I think we've had a great day. So that goes up like that. That goes like that. And I'm going to take this one down here. And my liquid pearls did not level out. So I just broke that one down so that it's not sticking up. But I've got this springy one. And see, this is starting to dry. That's getting clearer. But that will definitely be clear as glass. And the Hello Spring is just going to pop off the page. So a record of the past. Out of limitations comes creativity. And Hello Spring. So I really hope you were crafting today as well, and we're at least getting inspired to craft something. But anyway, I like this one. I like that it's old and dirty looking. I like that grungy look. I do like grunge. And I love this one. Like, this is definitely my favorite. This is something that I could use all year round, but I still love that there's a butterfly, a bird, these florals, all of that on this background that is, it's actually dream catchers. And then this grungy tag. This one's really dark. I left that in the darkest coffee for a while so that that would darken right up. I mean, it looks like it's been drugged through the mud. And then I've grunged the edges up on this, and I love it. I love this one. A lot of people are going to say, oh, this card's the best one, but I like this one the best. So it's all in a person's taste, I think. So let me know where you're watching from, everyone. Give the video a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I would love if you'd do that now before you left so you can come back and see what else I'm up to. And I'll see everyone in the next video. Have a wonderful day, and bye-bye for now.